friends and family have they said, why do you guys have meat in the house? And we're like, this is not meat. Or this is not dairy, or this is not butter. Okay, welcome back. We're here for part 2 in Circee Health Pod, going back to Bandra.
So yeah, coming back to Bandra. So what do you have in mind? Because you have a plethora of...
I do. I could talk for hours. This encompasses Bandra, Ville Parle, and a little bit of Andheri, some car also. Again, during lockdown, I explored the world of Swiggy and where we could order from. So there's 2 places that I want to mention that have fabulous vegan options for what I never thought actually could be vegan. So I think most people know of the soya chop, which is, if you go to like a tandoori place, vegetarians can get a soya chop, but most soya chops are marinated in dahi, right? As is traditional tandoori stuff. However, if you go to either sadak chop or sinful, they have a whole section of the menu. It says that is clearly labeled as vegan. So all of the soya chops are marinated in cashew yogurt, or not even yogurt at all, and they're all put in the tandoor. So they have that delicious tandoor flavor, and you get the full experience of tandoori kebabs, but no animal products. Highly recommended. And they're for the rest of their menu, which is mostly Punjabi food, for sadak chop, and then for sinful is a lot of Sindhi food. All of it can be veganized.
Yes,
which is great. So, like the dal makhani, it's dal makhani. That's not what they call it, but that's what I call it. I know Ajoy loves the chole. You can even get vegan butter garlic naan, which again, not the healthiest, but certainly delicious on a day such as today when it's raining outside and you just need some garlic butter naan. But you don't want real butter. You want vegan butter, so it's okay.
I guess once in a while it's okay, but we need to define what once in a while is.
Yeah.
Right?
And you can get things like lasuni palak, which when vegan is super healthy. And they have some like veg kadai and all that sort of thing. So certainly you can have a nice, healthy, inexpensive, convenient meal from them.
That's true.
And you mentioned, speaking of vegan junk food and vegan comfort food, you mentioned guddu, which I believe originated in Udaipur as a food cart. And so they have delicious, in particular, they're vegan, quote unquote, mutton keema pao, or just mutton keema in general. Their biryani is delicious. They have like fried chicken, quote unquote. So again, not the world's healthiest, but they have delicious. They are full vegan. You cannot get anything not vegan from them. And there's different outlets across the city.
And I would recommend that you try one of these things, because you will be absolutely surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Don't be afraid of trying something vegan.
Yeah, just because it says vegan, you might wonder, oh my God, how will it taste? And if you blindfold yourself and try it, you will not believe that it's vegan.
And we can say our friends and family they said, why do you guys have meat in the house? And we're like, this is not meat. Or this is not dairy, or this is not butter. There's, again, some fully vegan cafes in Bandra where you can go without fail and get delicious food. So 2 of them that I'm thinking of, one of the OGs, one of the original, is Earth Cafe in Waterfield, on Waterfield Road. You can tell that the chef knows how to make vegan food when you go there. Because we have, and I won't mention these restaurants, there are some restaurants that claim to be they are vegan. But I think Ajoy and I have gotten to the point where we can tell a good vegan chef versus someone that is just veganizing something and not knowing how to make it still taste like it should. So if you want authentic, like a chef that knows how to make vegan food, go to Earth Cafe.
Or go to some of the other places that we mentioned.
But Earth Cafe, I think, is the OG and the original, so I want to mention them first. But also there's a Greener Cafe, which is a Delhi import. Also just came to Bandra recently. They are not fully vegan, but mostly vegan, and everything can be veganized, I believe. Also has a very nice atmosphere, and they have delicious teas and coffees and smoothies also, and also have been made correctly, in my opinion.
Yes, they do a very good job. There's another one that is not fully vegan, but remember how they fantastically created a plant-based menu and stuff like that?
Yes. Loki and Toot.
Yeah, yes. we had a couple of talks there, right?
Loki and Toot right off of
15th Street, I think.
15th. Don't ask me for directions. But yes, so they are certainly not fully vegan, but their head chef is amazing and always willing to learn. And he makes his own vegan cheese, which I think is and good vegan cheese. I am very snobby about my vegan cheese, and he makes excellent vegan cheese.
There was those of who did not attend the talk or heard about it, there was a cook-off between the Dr. Jenny here and the chef. Both of them made vegan cheese.
We made our own vegan cheese.
And may one of the vegan cheeses win. I don't know which one won, but
I don't think anyone decided that. But yes, you can because the chef knows vegan food well, you can certainly veganize a lot of things on the menu. But there are things that are clearly labeled as vegan. We haven't been there lately, but their veggie burger was one of the best that I've ever had.
Yes,
it was super good and super healthy. So Loki and Toot.
I want to mention Loki and Toot for one more reason, and that is I believe that they are now doing 0%. Right?
Yeah. So I guess this is
people don't know what 0%.
Yeah, 0%
is a company.
Is a company that they make delicious cocktails, beers, and wines that have, as the name would suggest, 0% alcohol.
No alcohol.
But I don't know if any of you have tried alcohol-free beer or wine. It's maybe not the most delicious, but please give these guys a try.
Give them a try because
it really is good.
That gin, ginish, oh my
ginish,
God.
rumish. They even have a non-alcoholic IPA.
Yeah.
That sparkling wine that we had.
Yes, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I thought I was going to get a buzz from that, but it was amazing. No, seriously, because I had like 2 glasses of it, and I thought I would,
Yeah, so Loki and Toot will actually make really good mocktails, but it doesn't even taste like a mocktail because the gin or the rum, gin-ish or rum-ish, does such a good job of imitating. So we forget about that. India is fabulous for mocktails, but particularly Loki and Toot has great mocktails.
Yeah, and if there's a cocktail, and obviously that you can just go in there and ask them to make it mocktail, and they'll do a very good job with it, as against I think maybe 15-20 years ago it was terrible, right? Remember how you asked them to make it? Yeah, so it was pretty bad.
Things have improved so much, which we're happy about.
In 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other restaurants in particular that you want to mention before we jump into your favorite category? Street food.
Again, places where you can find either accidentally vegan or easily modifiable vegan places actually are Italian restaurants. And I think Ajoy and I can say, since we lived in the U.S. and the Eastern U.S., where authentic Italian food is pretty easy to find, we were lucky with that. We consider ourselves pretty good connoisseurs of Italian food. So it's a little difficult to find authentic Italian food from what we've found so far in Mumbai. Sorry. However, we have found 3 places in Bandra, BKC that we think are authentic. So the first one we found...
Very close to the real...
Yes. To the real deal. So the first one we found was Chin Chin over in BKC, which also has a very nice outdoor, safe place to eat. Beautiful. Their pastas are hand rolled and clearly marked if it's vegetarian, because remember, authentic Italian pasta, some authentic Italian pasta contains eggs. The good thing about India is it will be labeled if it contains eggs. But you can make, as Chef Michael has taught us, delicious pasta with just flour and water and salt.
Amazing.
Right? So they make delicious pasta. A lot of the pasta dishes can be made vegan by leaving out the Parmesan or by skipping the cream or something. A lot of, for example, aglio olio, which I don't know if it's that necessarily an authentic Italian dish, but it certainly is delicious with just simple dish of olive oil and chilies. They make a delicious version of that.
I have to point out, one time they had made something like a pasta dish, and it had some kind of, not a cream sauce, but something else.
Yes, they made a cashew cream sauce.
Cashew cream sauce they made.
Yeah.
And the chef just basically came out and said, "How was it?" And I said, "I'm sorry, but I think this cream sauce was kept for some time before you brought it out, before the maitre d' brought it out." And he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll change it." I said, "No, it's not a question of changing it, but keep that in mind." He goes, "Yeah, I'll make sure that we have it under the lamp and so on till all the other dishes are ready." And that goes to show their
commitment to quality.
Yeah, and attention to detail, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted to make sure that the pasta was just right.
The service there is very good.
Yeah.
But yes, you reminded me, they did, and hopefully still do have an actual dedicated vegan part of their menu.
Yeah.
And then also, we won't go into the detail, but similar at these other 2 Italian restaurants, Mia Cucina in Bandra and Gustoso also in Bandra. And I believe there's another location of Gustoso, also a very authentic Italian dishes.
Yeah. Okay. So just like a lot of the South Indian dishes, or maybe somewhere in the Northeast, you might get like purely plant-based meals. Italians will, especially Southern Italians and Sicilians, can serve you up some amazing, completely plant-based dishes that are delicious. Okay, let's go on to your favorite category, and that is junk food, or sorry, street food. How's
Street
that?
food, yes. I think a lot of people don't realize that Indian street food, Mumbai street food in particular, is actually plant-based without doing anything. So my number one true love, pani puri, is plant-based. There is not it's not necessarily whole foods, but it is plant-based. And some of the pani puri walas, especially my favorite at Punjab Sweet House, or in Pali Hill actually, will he uses sprouted moong in the pani puri, which makes it ever so slightly healthier. So it's sprouted. And as we know, why is sprouting good, Ajoy?
Because now you've started all the best of the proteins that you can absorb. And in addition, those are prebiotics. So what lands up happening is these are really, especially the little crunchy parts are a great source for bacteria to grow on. Our gut bacteria are beneficial, good bacteria to grow on.
For the lawn to grow, you need the prebiotics.
Yeah. So prebiotics are the ones on which these bacteria actually attach and grow. Probiotics are the ones that are ingredient. Think of those as nutrients to the bacteria. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying. So yes, so pani puri, this too can be a wonderful vegan street food, as is vada pav. My number two probably. Well, no, number two, vada pav is probably tied with usul or misal pav. Both talking about healthy, actually, misal pav, particularly usul pav, or usul in general, is super, super healthy. For example, the usul at Mimarathi in Ville Parle East has lots of course, it's spicy, which is great for your GI tract too, and great for allergies. Yeah, as long as there's no butter or ghee on the pav itself, then that is vegan. And same with the vada pav. Vada pav falls more into that junk food category, but it's absolutely delicious.
I just want to interrupt you, and because you said the chili and allergies, I just want to say that if for those that are allergic to things, I'm not sure what, like dust, pollen, fungus or whatever, especially environmental, try to eat more spicy food. Slowly adapt and increase your spice level, especially green chilies. Apparently, green chilies have been repeatedly proven to reduce your incidence of allergic episodes.
Allergic rhinitis.
Sneezing
and itchy eyes and runny nose and coughing, that sort of thing.
Lots of research on that.
Yeah, so more spice the better, is basically what it means.
Okay. So what's the next thing?
So some things that I've discussed. So I knew, of course, about misal pav, usul pav, vada pav, and pani puri even before we moved here permanently. But some other ones that I've discovered is shakar kandi, or the sweet potato. So the sweet potato guys are
always... That is healthy.
Yeah, now that's super healthy. That's a whole food plant-based. You just roast that beautiful sweet potato, put a little chaat masala and lemon juice, and you can't get any healthier or more delicious than that. And I just want to put a shout out to one of my new favorite snacks, the whole family, Mumbai peanuts. Again, whole food, plant-based. And there's something about the Mumbai peanut that makes it the best in the world, in my opinion. I don't know what they do to it, but you can't get a better peanut than here in Mumbai. So,
I remember I used to bring vacuum-packed ones for you.
No, that's not the same. You have to get them here and eat them fresh. Get it from the dude outside. Okay. That's the only way to do it.
Okay. On that happy note, I think we should...
let's wrap it up, because I could go on forever.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly why.
But these are my favorites. Yeah. And we're very lucky to be in such a diverse and a city that is open to... a food industry that's open to trying new things. Yeah. And we hope that we have given you guys some good tips to try new things today.
Thank you so much, guys.
Keep calm and eat more plants.
That's a good one. All right.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
We really hope you enjoyed our conversation. Can you think about one thing or an idea that you can start to introduce into your own life that will help make your life healthier and less stressful?
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you can take a few seconds to share the podcast with your friends and families. Thank you so much for listening.
And always remember, your health is literally in your own hands. Making lifestyle changes is not an easy task, but we promise you will be aptly rewarded with a long, healthy, and disease-free life.